Welcome back to our Chicago White Sox franchise. I'm excited to be back. I hope you are as well. As you can see, we are 3-1 starting off this season very hot, but we're going to get Hagen Smith's official debut on the opening day roster, that 26-man roster. He's worked hard to get to this point. We're going to give him his day in the sunlight. Before we get into the game, though, go ahead and hit that subscribe, turn them notifications on. That way you know when our next episode comes out. And go ahead and give this video a like. I would appreciate it. And without further ado, we're going to get into this game. And here we go. It is the White Sox taking on the Cardinals. It's going to be an away game for us, but as you already know, Hagen Smith is our spotlight player of the evening. Gonna get his first start this season with us. He had a September call-up. Didn't do bad in September. Did pretty well in the spring. And he is our number 5 pitcher for sure.
That's inside.
We're going to see how he fares against these Cardinals, opening up with a inside pitch. I do know he loves to throw those inside pitches, to be expected from a lefty for sure. Second pitch coming here, and it gets absolutely obliterated. So, not the start you would want to have from a young pitcher like Hagen Smith. The Cardinals are going to get their 1-0 lead right here, as he absolutely unloads on Hagen Smith. Hopefully this doesn't spiral out of control for Hagen Smith. Hoping for a bounce back here, but home run off the first batter is a tough look for sure. Got Contreras up next, and there we go. Right to a third baseman. It's so nice having a third baseman. I know I've said it a few times, but that was a major weakness for us for a long time. We don't have to worry about that too much now. Brandon Marsh gets hold of one, sends it to center. We're there for it. So, 2 quick outs after the home run. Love to see it. Would like to see more strikeout pitches from Hagen Smith, though. And there he is. He's going to end the first inning with his first strikeout of the day. No offense to speak of from our White Sox. Just going to bring Hagen Smith back out. Colson Montgomery there for that. Loving the development of Colson Montgomery. He's been doing very well. Next batter up for Hagen Smith. And they get a hold of it. Sends it deep center. It's not enough to go over, but this should be a double for sure. So, a lot of good contact coming from Hagen Smith's pitches. Definitely something that we're going to have to work on. Got a runner in scoring position now. And they get hold of another one, sent it to left field. Tyler O'Neill's there for it, though. It's not going to find the ground. We're going to hold that runner at second as well. Solid play by Tyler O'Neill. It's going to bring up possible third out here. They're going to send it to right field, and this is going to get down. Can we get the throw out at home? We will not. Another run for St. Louis, making it 2-0. 2 outs. Let's see if Hagen Smith is secure the inning. Looks like we might have a throw out, and we do. Kyle Till gets the throw out. Love to see it from our catchers. 2 young catchers battling it out. They both want playing time. They both deserve playing time. No offense still. Brings us to the bottom of the third. We're going to get a quick out right here from Hagen Smith. Next batter up. Definitely need this offense from the White Sox to wake up for sure. Nice little single right there from the Cardinals. Second baseman just couldn't get there in time. Hagen Smith now has a runner on first, 1 out, and Contreras up to bat. They're going to go for another steal. Can we get a throw out? Unfortunately, we do not. Kyle Till not able to get it there fast enough. So now you got a runner in scoring position yet again. It looks like Contreras is going to strike out. Nice pitch from Hagen Smith there. Brandon Marsh up next, and he is known for getting a hold of the ball. He's going to do it there. It gets past Colson Montgomery just barely. And it's going to slow roll. Chaz McCormick misses it. It's going to bring home another run. Hate to see it. RBI triple for Brandon Marsh. Chaz McCormick looks to be working himself out of a job. Nolan Gorman up next for Hagen Smith. And we're going to get that easy out. Colson Montgomery, almost a surefire thing. Still young, still has a couple mistakes here and there, but nevertheless, he does pretty good. Looks like we would finally get some offense. They get hold of another one. It finds its way to the back of the field.
He's safe.
Hits the fence. Another double for these Cardinals. And that's going to prompt our manager to start warming up that bullpen. Can't say I disagree with the decision. Hagen Smith is in jeopardy of making us go out of contention. We're going to lazily put that over. Should be the easy play at first, but it will advance to runner to third. Trying to hold on to a very narrow 3-1 lead. White Sox need to find a rally here. Hagen Smith with another strikeout. Seems like he said, you know what? Keep that bullpen cold. He's looking to stay in this one. Don't hate what we've seen. A couple things we need to work on for sure. Sends a strike right down the center. You know, that hurt the batter right there. Hagen Smith would come back out for the fifth. And he's going to start it off with a strikeout. His fifth of the day. 2 more outs to go. Can Hagen Smith do it? He is going to hit the batter. One thing I noticed about him, we get to this point, he starts to lose control of that slider pretty bad. I mean, he has thrown 79, now 80 pitches. And then he's going to walk a batter. That might be it for Hagen Smith. I think his day is done. The manager's coming out. And that's going to retire him for the remainder of the game. And Kai Bush will be coming out in relief. See what he can do. We would win 5-3. Big win for these White Sox. Not a bad showing from Hagen Smith. Definitely some stuff we need to work on. Kai Bush gets the win. Not a terrible day for Hagen Smith on the mound. Kai Bush, gets the win. Comes in relief, and Kyle Till would seal it with a two-run home run, and I think the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. But can't complain with what we saw from Hagen Smith. Need to see some improvement in a lot of areas, but I think the only thing else we're going to show in this episode is just a sneak peek preview of what this draft class might look like. We won't go into too much of any of the scouting right now, just get a brief look at how it's going, and then in our next episode, we're going to be down in the AAA, taking a look at our Charlotte Knights. Got 2 pitchers there, Lou Richardson and Ryan Beach. Hoping to see what they bring to the table. Candidates for a September call-up, and if they don't get that, definitely a spring invite for sure. But then there's also some hitters at the AAA level that we're probably going to take a look at. And then we'll kind of go from there. But let's get our initial looks at this upcoming draft class. So initial looks here, right here in the 1 and the 2, both of them left fielders, not necessarily something that we're looking for. We'll probably give them a good scout, but I'm not seeing any generational talent based off this. Appears this might be outfield heavy towards the top. We do have a shortstop here and a catcher. Catcher is something I'm looking at. Don't know that it's going to be our first pick, but I definitely want to kind of get an infusion of youth down in our catcher position, because we have Ethan Salas and Kyle Till at the major league level. I don't know their feasible for us to keep both of them, especially with how we're going right now. May have to make a choice on which one. So definitely catcher, something rare to look at. And we have one other person that could potentially make a move to the bigs. He played in our Double A for quite some time and just had an incredible past couple seasons. Potential kind of came up. It's not going to be anything that, you know, is sustainable at the major league levels. It's a low C potential. He's a candidate to come up if we need him to, but yeah, catcher's definitely something to look at. And then I want to take a look at relievers. Kind of thinking we might hit a couple of relievers up, kind of refresh that bullpen. We do have an aging bullpen, so we definitely have some relief arms that we're going to take a look at here for sure. I think I might hit up a couple relievers our first few weeks before we go into starting pitchers. Mainly focus guys that, you know, only put 1 week into them. See how things kind of look. Yeah, relievers definitely something I want to target here. Someone like Doug Falk here. Doesn't look too terribly bad. Looks like he's already been drafted once. Yeah, it looks like his initial stats here doesn't look bad at all. So we'll definitely take a look at a couple of these guys. Might like a look at a couple closers as well. I know we have Bo Huff coming up, and it's not really a huge need for us for closing pitching, but definitely need some bullpen arms. Looks like we might have a couple catchers that fit the bill of what I'm looking for later in the draft. We'll definitely take a look at a couple of these guys as well. That's going to pretty much wrap up things here. We'll see how scouting kind of goes. Probably what we'll do is 2 weeks of discovery for pitchers in each region, and then we'll move on into maybe a catcher for a couple weeks, kind of see how that goes. Might try to get a discovery catcher in there, and then we'll just kind of scout where needed with discovery. But overall, not looking too bad. I know we got some bad grades for shortstop and center field. Don't agree with them. We've got our scouting lined up, and I think it's going to be an exciting year. I really do. Look forward to it. Hope you look forward to it. It's going to wrap up things here. Thank you for watching, and as always, go White Sox.